All right. Investigation done. Time for trial day. Hey, Nick. What is it? Something wrong? Nah, but you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the mask-to-mask glossy I bought? Alright. You bought this where? From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. Oh my goodness. You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it, I'm the criminal, me. He's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lord Lee Taylor, I admit it. But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally, when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic. But you, yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty, so make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please. Ah, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Ah, Desi, honey, bonjour. Well, actually, they're French. I knew they were evil. I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, the thief is, me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. Why? Because you did it? If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I got some errands I need to take care of. Counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. Nah, I feel like Desiree is the most likely to have done it right now. If you put a gun to my head and was like, pick someone who's guilty right now, I'd probably guess Desiree. Ah, there's Goodell. I have seen his artwork because it's in my thumbnail, so I know he wears like a weird like Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's visor. Dude definitely looks like he belongs in a Yu-Gi-Oh! franchise. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? What? No, I'm not. I'll pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. I don't think that this is how court works. Who are you? I am Goodell, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Is there a single prosecutor that we've gone up against for the first time who has lost a case other than Winston Payne? Edgeworth, Von Karma, Franziska, now Godot. They all show up like, yeah, I'm the greatest. I've never lost. Literally 100% conviction rate. And then every single time they say this, Phoenix immediately bodies them. Immediately folds them like a chair and throws them out of the courtroom. Every time. Ah, he's the one that Detective Atme was talking about. What, do you like jazz, kids? Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Ha! None. What did you just say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you never lost before. Yeah, that's how that works. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yeah, but a mask in a court of law? Ha! Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts. Okay, I understand why my friend Doc said that this is his favorite character already. This is very much Doc's humor, I feel like. This guy's the real deal, all right, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Wright. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of heck to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo, it's Godot. Yeah, shut up, Gobi Desert. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start, to you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Alright, calm down, Gal Gadot. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. My boy! Gumshoe! My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking, we're listening. Yes, sir. All right, witness, first let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Master Mask's crimes. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. 6 whole months. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. You forgot the A in mo. Where was the capital A at? So then the actual identity of this Master Mask is... Mr. Godot! What are you? Who slid that down the table to him? We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. All right, I gotta be honest, I'm not a big fan of his theme music. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than heck itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. No, please proceed. Very well. It's only coffee after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial? Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. Okay, so I have to show that Master Mask did not steal the urn? How am I gonna do that? Hold it! Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Zavari, author on thieves. An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. Yeah, Gumshoes is the greatest to ever do it, so I kind of believe him on that one. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. Press harder. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except maybe for the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zavari, do you? Who is this person? Zavari, he sounds German. His name is Luke Atme, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. It looks like the thief is toying with me even now. Poor Gumshoe. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Of course I have, except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atme stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card that Lordly Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain the card is real. Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Master Mask's emblem. Alright, alright. Bum, bum, bum. His 5th heist and your 5th screw-up, huh? Why are you being mean to Gumshoe? I hope Phoenix dies and Mia comes back to life in his place. Objection, pal! That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. But this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the court to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Well, looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. Based. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Emanon. What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? What? No, sir, it's a blue diamond, a single rare diamond. Next was the crown of Bongora, you know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Megina, sir. Detective Atme retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his 5th and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. He is a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld.
Hold it!
What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions, that's right, it means Master Mask is behind it. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Master Mask who stole the urn. But there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Master Mask. But, also the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. Even though we know it was Master Mask that did it, maybe for the time being I should try to show it wasn't Master Mask that did it. What evidence do I have that I can use here? Treasure exhibit poster. Mia Fey's statue. Supposedly priceless but has no monetary value. Sent before a heist, yada yada. Warehouse camera went off around 1. Damask hit at me with this. That's him walking out with the urn just before 1 a.m. This is the blackmail letter. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring 50,000 cash. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. If you don't, I'll take the red diamond you received the other day instead. The red diamond must be the gem that was given to Atme. This blackmail letter was for Atme. I think. Atme was the one who got this blackmail letter. Because he was, when he returned the thing to the museum, they said he gave him some, like, red gem, right? That's gonna come up later, I bet. Ron's wallet found at KB Security at around 1 a.m. CEO's office. And then a shot of Damask striking a pose. Very colorful. Since calling cards, 5th heist, he sent a card to Lord E. Taylor. Pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it's him. It fits his MO to a T. But he didn't go for a precious art piece this time because he went for a shattered urn. So it doesn't fit his MO? I think I want to present on this one, and I want to present the urn. Because it's supposedly priceless, but it has no monetary value. So that doesn't fit his MO. Music stopped. I'm a genius. I'm the greatest to ever do it. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how could you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mask would normally go after. Ugh. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Master Mask. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. Trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. Bro, do you just want to, like, go open a cafe or something? What are you doing here? Dude wants to be a barista. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master Mask's methods. A fake. A fake Damask? Fake Damask? That sounds so ridiculous. but I like it. Did he just slide another coffee across the table? Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Dude, this guy's gonna, like, die of a heart attack at, like, 38 years old if he's drinking this much coffee. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Looks like I'm gonna have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was, in fact, fake Damask. Fake Damask, how am I gonna prove that? Is his outfit here different from his normal outfit, maybe? Like, let me look at this. He's got the face on the hat and the 2 feathers. No, it's there. He's got another face on his chest, and then he has the little, like, rope shoulder pads. I think I saw those. The cufflinks are like stars and pointed out there. He doesn't have the face on his chest. Take that! Take that. The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Ha! Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us what's peculiar. He's missing the chest piece. Take that! Take that! It's right here, of course. You mean Master Mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. A breach? Here? Bailiff! Get my steed! We need to retreat at once. What? A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape. A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now. But the Master Mask in the security camera photo? Ah, he has no brooch! That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as his symbol. I thought that you weren't supposed to say what the calling card thing was. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Master Mask is a fake. I've been fooled again! Poor Gumshoe. Order! It's true, undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir, I don't know how I... Hey now, if you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Ha! The brooch you're talking about? I hate the drinking noise. Do you mean this? Ah! That's Master Mask's brooch! Where'd you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? He must mean the Mia Fey statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. Grr, this guy's one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? See, I think that Ace Attorney has a little bit of a problem where they give a character like a one-note joke and they just run it into the ground. But I think the Godot having the coffee slide across the table one, at least so far, is actually one of the examples of where they do it perfectly correct, because it's not super obtrusive, it's not like annoying and repeated, but like when it comes up, you're just like, I can't believe that he slid another coffee cup across the table. My point is it's very funny. In a game franchise where, for me, a lot of the like repeated jokes can really fall flat, the coffee one with Godot, I dig it. That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there too. Hickeys we was making out with the brooch? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. Ooh, that's not good. What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch! Order in the court! Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. What? I mean, it appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. There shouldn't have been a struggle, though, because Atme was just knocked out by Damask, presumably. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Damask brooch. Found in the shadow of Mia Fey's statue, looks like it was torn off of some clothing. Ha! You mess with Godot, and you get burned. All right, I really wish they didn't do the drinking sound effect, though. He's been playing me like a fiddle. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Why does everyone gotta be mean to my boy Gumshoe, man? Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? There he is. 1 second is 1 drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence! Now I see it's all becoming clear. What's clear? Zavari, the truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yeah, that's right. Ha! Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. What are you talking about? Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atme, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. Maybe both. I've heard that on the night of the crime, you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes dying of fire. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is, I want this guy to burn on the stake. I hate this guy. No one messes with my boy Gumshoe. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. It's just a magnifying glass, bro. It ain't that deep. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. Wrong. That's already wrong, because the camera showing him walk out was, like 2 minutes before 1. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. You said that you didn't see him. Or we said you didn't see him? I don't remember. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal. My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, sir, old-timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Master Mask, my arch-enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I guess I'll hit L1 on everything, but I'm pretty sure that the contradiction is just that he says, yeah, it was 1 in the morning just after the date changed. Wait. The date doesn't change at 1 in the morning, you idiot. The date changes at midnight. At 12:01. Or, like, at 12, actually. It changes at 12:00, I'm pretty sure. So it wouldn't be just, it's an hour after the date changed. Just after is misleading. But anyways, I'm not going to present this right now, but I just want to look at it again. Yeah, this says right before 1 a.m. Although, maybe... He says approximately. Press him on it. Let's just press through everything. That's what I'm thinking right now. So that would be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, sir lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it? Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely, that's precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure, on your pigeony head, that is. In any case... I've always wondered what happens when babies are born at midnight. What do you mean? If a baby is born at midnight, it's born at midnight. Do you mean, like, what day is its birthday? Midnight, 12:00, midnight, is when the date changes. So, like, today, the day of the stream, is June 1st. If a baby was born on midnight, June 1st, then their birthday would be June 1st. They're just, their birthday is the day that they were born. Dancingly descended from where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow, while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby WA stunts. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask, that's all that I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately, I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. Wait, what's your second monocle? It captured this image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Go, do you have a problem with the photo? Good. Then let's continue with the testimony. Okay, I think it's the photo with the 1 a.m. thing. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? Certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, sir lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Huh? Well, actually, yeah, by a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I had more brains to begin with. He may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then, 30 minutes later, I used a phone. About this 30 minutes, my silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. What? As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying he was out cold. So what happened during these 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? Something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Wait, what? What is the evidence that he had to have fought back? We should save the game to be safe. I really thought that it was the 1 in the morning thing, but now that Phoenix has said, the other thing. Say this again? Yada yada, he was out cold. What is he going on about? There's something suspicious. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back, but that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Which piece? That's what I'm wondering. What evidence does this contradict? Is it supposed to be the sword somehow? I don't see how this would... Maybe I'm overthinking it and it is the time thing. This is only a minute and 17 before, though. That could still... They could still be like, yeah, that's basically 1 a.m. All right, it's not my attorney's badge. It's not the Magatama. It's not gonna be the treasure exhibition. It could be the golden statue because it was moved. Maybe like the idea is like it was moved during the fight. No monetary value. I don't think it wouldn't be the calling card. The camera going off, it can't be. It could be the Shishishito. Because it's what was used to knock him out. I don't see how it could be the wallet or the blackmail. It wouldn't be the key card. This is just a photo of him. It wouldn't be that. It could be the brooch, because the brooch was, like, torn off, so maybe the idea is, like, there had to have been a fight that ripped it off, but that was before... The brooch was missing before he went into the thing. Well, maybe that means that they fought before he went in and took the thing? Maybe? Phoenix says that it contradicts the evidence, so it has to be the golden statue, the sword, or the brooch. I think those are the only three possibilities. The golden statue seems too weak of an argument because, like, oh, it could have moved at any time. The Shishishito is what knocked him out in one hit, so I feel like it would like, kind of back the argument that there was not a fight. So I guess it has to be the brooch. I'm a genius. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha, this belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Master Mask. It is, in point of fact, Master Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Ha! Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night? You, Detective Atme. Yeah. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So why'd you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. No, it isn't. Shut up. You've never punished anyone in the history of this franchise for giving false testimony. No, wait just a moment, sir, old-timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. Haha, I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Witness, are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Words? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I, Luke Atme, completely agree. I hate this dude's name. This dude's pun name is way too on the nose. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. Wait, but then did you, like, grab the thing and rip it off of him? So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Master Mask? Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Third crime? This is his fifth crime. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That is not good. That can't be good. The judge should be fired. Indeed, it's true I looked away, yada, yada, yada. So why'd you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer. What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? About the sensor? What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. No, you did not. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Lordly Taylor Department Store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Ha 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 ha. Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? I wonder if Lordly Taylor got all of that security stuff from the security thing that Larry works for. Wait a minute, I want to ask about the computer this time. Bum, bum, bum. About the computer? So did that computer belong to Lordly Taylor as well? Correct. Well, except for the program that manages the data. That was specially designed by me, Luke Atme. In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. Hee hee hee. What's wrong, Sir Lawyer? Okay. What does that mean? Discombobulated? Young people these days, they really irritate me. Based? They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Now I've forgotten. What was I saying? Jeez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, that thief had no idea that I, Luke Atme, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Also, that statue was not next to the door anymore, it was moved. Correct, fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Shishishito. So the thief armed himself with the sword, and what about yourself, witness? You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college, I was the second in charge of the boxing club. Sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Master Mask. This guy's a real piece of work. His first blow struck true, bam. Just Jeff, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to the channel. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for the support. Thank you, thank you. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Powericious. I assumed the at-me fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. A sudden flash of light? That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more? Yeah, blinded? What do you mean a flash of light? What was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. The statue of Mia Fey, I'm guessing. That wasn't very much help at all. What do you think, Nick? There's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah, what is it? This Luke Atme guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. I'm not. About the true nature of this detective. Yeah, he's a sham. Oh, whoops. I hit right one too many times. I want to question him on the last one again and do the other dialogue option. Ah, dang it, I did it again. That's so annoying. That pressing right one more time by mistake just auto-cycles the thing. Where is it? It's right there. Powericious, yada yada. At-me fighting style, you say? What is this at-me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I could tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it. That's the at-me fighting style. He hit you on the back of the head, though. Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? It was very important. He's lying. He was hit in the back of the head. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness, we'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. Put your back to the wall. Where's this third eye you're talking about? Oh, it's right between my right and left eyebrow. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead if you like. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? Sir Lawyer, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. So Mr. Atme got hit on the forehead then. That's what he says. I got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. What do you think, Nick? There's one thing I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah, what is it? He's definitely hiding something, yada yada. Okay, so he's lying. He was hit on the back of the head. Do I have something that says back of the head specifically? Okay, yeah, the Shishishito says back of the head specifically. Okay, cool. Ba-bum-bum-bum. Wrecked. Idiot. Moron. Detective Atme! Your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. The coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door, and then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. Hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I made another mistake. Detective Atme, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were gonna help with security. Geniuses such as myself have all... Sorry, it's on my throat. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong. Ooh, good objection line. To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines, they have souls, feelings. I'm starting to think that Godot is a machine. And that that's not coffee, it's oil. They live, they die, they love, they hate. And yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on, it's not as pretty as that. Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end, that's one of my rules. How many rules has this dude got? This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that... Well, I definitely think that he's no ace detective. That's for sure. But I don't think that saying that is gonna, like, accomplish anything. Him being a fake doesn't make any sense. The whole thing I'm trying to do here is say that Delight is not mask to mask, right? That's what I'm trying to, like, argue. So I guess I want to say that Mr. Atme is mask to mask? The fake one makes no sense. It's either saying that he's not an ace detective or saying that he is mask to mask. I don't see how saying he's not an ace detective is actually... I should save the game. I don't see how saying he's not an ace detective is going to accomplish anything. So I'm going to say that he's mask to mask. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme's true identity is actually mask to mask. Ah! The music that plays when you out the detective from Batman, who's actually the Penguin, who's... All right, I kind of butchered that one. Moving on. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then in his last case, he managed to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are, in fact, mask to mask. Yeah. But Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows mask to mask. Yeah, there's no way that this dude's nose could fit in that mask. This security camera belongs to Lord Lee Taylor Department Store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? Hey, did you do it? If you did it, let me know. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Damaskimo is pure genius, and so am I, Luke Atme, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I'm impressed, Sir Lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yeah, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you assume the thief's identity. Ooh, objection. Godot Blend 102, my personal favorite. Is that not like burning hot coffee? Did you just not like ruin, like Phoenix should be screaming in agony right now. Mr. Godot! The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and dude, Wright, he's in... Bro is in shock right now. I think Godot actually hit the button on his forehead that factory resets him. I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of a whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Is this actually hot coffee? Phoenix should be screaming in agony. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have quickly. Also, oh, never mind, he's good. Yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you all right, Nick? Atme looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can, but can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact, Master Mask. Do I, normally in situations like these, you usually want to, Usually in moments like these, you do want to, like, push and be like, yes, but there has been at least one time, I think, in the second game where you were supposed to say, like, nah, dog, I don't know. Unless the evidence is supposed to be this blackmail letter. I don't think I have evidence for this. I'm also not sure that he is actually Master Mask. I'm not sure if that's right. I still kind of think that it's the hot chick, Desiree. I'm gonna say it's yet to be found. Proof? Of course I've got nothing. All right, this sounds like I picked the wrong thing. My bad. Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get after all. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I gotta stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. I'm still not convinced that he's the thief, to be honest. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you gonna just give up and let us lose this? So you've come to your senses, have you, sir lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. Seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness is lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further, hold it. What? Who? Oh, hey. Who are you? How did you get into this room? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Mr. Light, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for, I think I found it. Oh, right, his bag. I forgot about that. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Ah, well. I figured it would be the vase in the bag, or the urn. Well, that's the sacred urn. Nick, it's the urn. I still think that she did it. I'm still leaning towards her. Order. You, madame. Did you bring me my coffee? That urn, where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective, Luke Atme. Oh, Desi, you're the best. Found in the office of Luke Atme has pink splotches all over it. Yeah, what is the deal with this pink paint? Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? Even you're gonna have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Ha! Pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor, it simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved? Before casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight, is that correct? Yes, what about it? Ha! How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madame. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we've been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Miss Delight. Please, Nicky boy, you gotta help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I gotta prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Okay, well, it can't be that I can't prove anything because I'm saying that I have to prove it. Show fingerprints on the urn? Yeah, we just show his fingerprints on it. Testify about what I saw. I did see the urn. Well, no, I didn't see the urn, did I? I just saw the bag. But I touched the urn in the bag, didn't I? Because Phoenix said, like, whatever it was round or whatever. So my fingerprints are gonna be on it? Mine or Atme's? Show fingerprints. I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, sir lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I'm always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you gonna do now? I've come too far to turn back now. Atme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday, and there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. You did. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Literally you. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute, we can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy, this is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. Thank you for the cheer, Fairy, greatly appreciated. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at that time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well, it was smooth and hard. Well, that was just, well, you see, rabbit season. Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office. The music that plays when you somehow use your own fingerprints to catch the bad guy.
Objection.
Even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the expedition, said. Expedition, I'm thinking of Mystery Dungeon. Exhibition. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. Oh, I forgot that she said this. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atme Detective Agency. Ha! This blend, Godot blend number 107. I've decided it's a little too bitter after all. Order! Order! I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait! Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I finally broken them down. Hee ha 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 ha. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Mask to Mask. Nah, I don't believe it. He's lying. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Ha 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 ha. There's no way that his nose could fit in a mask. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atme's condition? He's still in the lobby laughing insanely, Your Honor. Wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Is this actually the end of this case? Really? Besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Hold it. Okay, wait, nope, it's not over yet. Oh, he's gonna say that it was him. You're wrong, I tell you. I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me, I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please. What? I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is, but bro, this is the most kangaroo of courts. Objection! You let me cross-examine a parrot. The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass judge. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. Godot's music, bro. Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Ha! Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir. If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any idea what you mean. If you're mask to mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to this fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. Really? I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Okay, then. Talk. We're all listening. Oh, well. Let's all have a listen to this confession. Wait, is this actually a testimony? What the heck? The truth is, I've been mask to mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually mask to mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. He also says dancingly descended. Look, you can see right there in the photo, that's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off, that's all. I don't like the direction this trial is taken. But this is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway. Ha! You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Godot, you're embarrassing me. What, is this guy in cahoots with Godot? Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, all right? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise to you. Oh my goodness, they are working together. What? I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true mask to mask. I think that Desiree, I think the hot chick is mask to mask. I think that Atme wants attention no matter how, and so if people think he's the super cool mask to mask and he gets arrested, he's fine with that. And then I think that there are two possibilities for Ron. Either A, Ron is literally delusional and just thinks he's mask to mask, or like he idolizes mask to mask maybe even, and he wants people to think he is him. Or he knows that Desiree is the actual mask to mask and he just wants to take the fall for her. That's my working theory right now. Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best. All right, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. This is, not the turn I expected this case to take. Hold it! Hold it. You may think you're the real mask to mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Desi yet about my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I got my reasons. But the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it? Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose. What should I do? It sounds like we're about to get sidetracked again. I'm gonna press harder. Get a drink of water. I'm almost out of water. So why are you withholding the truth from your wife? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. And second, if there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests, it's criminals. If that's the case, then why did you ever start thieving to begin with? Well, Desi is crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say I'm a Desi-holic. So you do have a complicated family situation after all. All right, that's enough. Please continue with your testimony, I beg of you. I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real mask to mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hey, now that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim for a change? Come on, Nick, you know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. I need some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly be mask to mask. Well, I guess if you had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we? What kind of proof could I use for that? The timing of this? I feel like I need to, like, get the record of when the key card was used. I mean, his wallet says it around 1 a.m. of the night of the crime, and it's an hour away from where this says that it happened at, like, 1. So unless he dropped his wallet there at a different time, I think that's gonna be the angle I have to take. For the time being, maybe I need to shift strategy. I should try to show that Mr. Delight couldn't have stolen the urn. Anyway, I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen. I think that this wallet might be the alibi. You've got no alibi? I've been a judge for a long time, and this is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about having no alibi. But I tell you I was in Lordly Taylor that night? No, that's too vague even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement warehouse. Hold on, what is it, Nick? Where was Ron Delight when the crime happened anyway? If we can prove he had an alibi after all, this case will be a piece of cake. Well, you're right, but... Ha? You think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the coffee? Well, I think maybe I can. Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence that shows the defendant has an alibi? I'm gonna save the game and just... I'm just gonna shoot my shot on the wallet here. I have the evidence, or do you think I'm still some sort of third-rate rookie? Ah, I've never seen you this angry before. I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic. I thought I was more confident than angry. Well then, let's see this evidence already. Show this court the evidence that proves where your client was on the night of the crime. This, maybe? Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? All right, this is very specific dialogue. I think I got it. Yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was, in fact, at KB Security that night. No! So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi. Watertight? Watertight? Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry anyway. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? Stop drinking that coffee! Come on, Mr. Thief, don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. All right, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to KB's Security CEO's office. No! Ha! That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all. This stupid kid. It's because of the blackmail, right? Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Light went to KB Security at 1 a.m. Okay, I feel like this trial period has been, like, easier. This is, like, one of the easiest trials we've gone through in the entire franchise so far, I feel like. The only thing that was, like, even that I kind of, like, had to scratch my head at for a bit was the whole brooch, like, fighting thing. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? Ah, that's... What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? Yeah, basically it says bring $50,000. That certainly sounds like blackmail, all right. At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself in KB Security's CEO office, a full half hour away from the scene of the crime. No, 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 no! 4 for 4 from Wendy's! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. Looks like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that. At least I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're gonna have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There's someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the keycard was used at 1 a.m. Is it Larry? It must be Larry, right?
Take that!
Larry to the rescue. Who is this useless-looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. Based. Looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. I don't think he remembers the case from last week, Maya. Probably blocked that out of his memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh. The question at hand is this key card. Yep, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Blah! He's lost, Your Honor. Oh. Well, Mr. Godot, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I wasn't able to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Let's go. But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Master Mask in this photo. Ha! It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security's CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Master Mask. Good job! You did it, Nick! That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Oh, this is just a one-day thing. Okay, that was way faster than I thought it would be. Court is now adjourned. I feel like, isn't it normally only the DLC cases that only go 1 day? Like, every other case goes like 2 or 3. Nick, you did it! Wait, did I say DLC cases? I meant to say the tutorial cases. The tutorial cases are the ones that go 1 day. All the others go, like, multiple, I think. Nick, you did it! You were right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy! Ah, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Congrats, Mr. Nick. Aw, Pearl, I got a bad feeling about this. Gasp, who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing? How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself. Ow! She slapped me. Dude, the Fey women are violent. Pearl, this woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick! Yeah? You're even worse than I thought, going behind the back of your own client. No! You've got it all wrong! I'll never forgive you! Ow! A double slap. What is she, a Pokemon? Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky Boy here. What was the deal with the pink paint, though? But actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case, then why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is, come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on, I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. Yo, I love that grin. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime's over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. What? Kane Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? The CEO was killed? Is the next Turnabout gonna continue this case? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, body? The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. Oh! 1 a.m. on October 12th, you don't mean? That's right, amigo. At the same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage. What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? Yeah, we knew that. I thought he was currently an employee of KB Security. Looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is gonna be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. An anti-alibi, huh? No way. He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. But I am a thief, I tell you. Ron Delight, you're going back to prison again. This time, the charge is much more serious. This time, you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible. I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? I've returned from the depths of heck to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. What is he talking about? This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Ah, Ronnie! Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's gonna happen next? Alright, so the case isn't over yet.